Hey there, thanks for joining me. Welcome to my messy desk. This is the project that I'm going to show you today. It's this little Halloween lollipop holder. You can see there's a Tootsie Pop in there. And it's just a fun way to decorate a little cheap and cheerful treat for Halloween or for any other kind of holiday. So let's get started. So believe it or not, this little lollipop treat is actually made with the Apothecary Accents framelits. They look like this. And we're going to be using this one right here to make our little lollipop wrapper. So you want to go ahead and choose your designer paper and cut out 2 of this shape right here. So I've already done that. I'm using the Sweater Weather designer paper, and this is just a really cute little Tangerine Tango houndstooth pattern. And the first thing you want to do, super simple, is just get out your scissors and just lop off one of these little end pieces here. Just cut straight across. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't be fussy about it. Just get rid of them. And now I've grabbed my Simply Scored tool, and I'm going to take my little designer paper label shape that I cut out here, and I'm going to place it in the corner just like that with the square edge in the corner. Okay. Now I'm going to score it at 1 1/8, and that's the first line right after the 1. And then I'm also going to score it at 3. Okay. I'm going to take my other piece here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that they're lined up properly. And I can go ahead and reinforce those score lines with my bone folder. Oops, I forgot the other one. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take a hole punch. You can use any kind of hole punch you like. I am just using the corner chomper here, which unfortunately Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell. I miss it so much. But anyway, I'm using the larger hole punch, which on here is a 3/16. And I'm just going to center that in that little tab and punch that out. It's not perfect, but that's okay. And then I'll line up my, oops, I think it's easier to see from the side, line up my little label shapes. Go ahead and punch the other one out. Now I'm going to take some sticky strip and just put a couple pieces. You can see this is that sort of tab that we scored onto the bottom. So I'm just going to put a couple of pieces of sticky strip on this area on the bottom. I'm putting one at the edge and then one kind of right next to the score line. Got my little pointy scissors here to peel off that red backing. And now I'm going to line up. This is a little hard to see on the designer paper, but I'm just going to line up these 2 little bottom tabs. Make sure that that's pressed down firmly. So you can kind of see how it's going to come together, just like that. So I'm using Tootsie Pops for this. You can use Tootsie Pops, or Blow Pops work really well too. And you may find that you need to trim a little of this off if the wrapper part here won't fit through the hole that you punched. This one, it looks like it might fit if I just twist it around really tight. You could also always put a little piece of tape around that to hold it nice and securely, or you could just trim it, just trim off part of that. I found that if you just leave this little bit right here at the very stem, it'll still stay wrapped just fine. You don't have to worry about it coming undone. So So what I'm going to do is just overlap these two little flaps here. Just like this, and just, I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So my lollipop is off to the side, and I'm just going to go up through these two tabs. Yep, I do need to trim down the wrapper. Okay. And if you're worried about that coming undone, you can always put a piece of tape around there. But like I said, I've done this a bunch of times and they haven't come undone on me. So again, line up those two holes. I'm just going through the top of the two holes. And then when I get it most of the way in, you can just kind of swing that lollipop into place. Okay. Now what I like to do, actually, before I do that, is to just take a little mini glue dot, and I'm just going to place that right in the center of the bottom of my little wrapper. Okay, and then when I swing my lollipop in, I can get it placed exactly where I want it, so it's straight up and down. Hopefully get my scissors out of there. There we go. Then you can just kind of futz with it a little bit, and when you get it right where you want it, just press it into place against that glue dot, and that'll keep it nice and secure. So already we're coming together really nicely. Isn't that cute? Now we just need to decorate it. I've got just a scrap piece of this. This is the Smoky Slate chevron ribbon. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use as little as possible, although I'm terrible at tying bows with not a lot of ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Just going to tie it around the stem, the stick of the lollipop. That's what it's called. Okay. This side I think looks better. And then I'll just kind of push that down. And then you can just kind of futz with it until you get it looking the way you like. Okay, and then trim off the edges. Looks like that. My little sentiment here comes from this set, which is called Oh Goody, and it's in the holiday catalog. Great, cute little sentiments. Any one of these would fit on this and be awesome for whatever holiday or occasion you're doing this project for. So I chose this one here, and I stamped it on a piece of Smoky Slate cardstock that measures 1/2 inch by 2 1/4, and I just stamped that in basic black ink, and then I just notched the ends. And I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals. You can see I'm using up my dimensional scraps here. And put those in towards the center. Okay, and then I will just place that onto my lollipop, just like that. Then I have the basic rhinestones, and you can see there's a couple on here that I just colored them black just with a Sharpie. Super easy, and you can use all sorts of different color Sharpies as well. So I'm just going to take a couple of these. Just want to sprinkle them kind of around the sentiment a little bit. Okay, and here is my finished little lollipop treat. You can see the Tootsie Pop in there. Isn't that adorable? So cute. You can make a ton of these in no time at all with very little supplies. Very kid-friendly. You could get your kids involved if you're making these like for a class party or something. And I just want to show you really quickly. Here's another one I made using the Eastern Elegance designer paper. And so, you know, you don't have to do these for Halloween necessarily or for a holiday. You could just make these for little party favors, like birthday party favors or something like that. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And until next time, happy stampin'. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.